I'm taking what is probably going to be my last ride of the winter. It's getting well into December, and it's going to be up in the 50s today. So I decided that I would come out and ride the Farmington River Trail. And I'm starting in Cheshire, the same place I started in my last video. I rode down to New Haven. This time I'm going north to Southington. What I'm trying to find out today is what's up with this trail. It goes north into Southington, Connecticut, and then there's a huge break where you have to ride on some sketchy roads. I'm going to explore what the terminus is in Southington and what the sketchy roads look like, and I'm going to try to get back to the trail north of Southington and Plainville. So we'll see how this all works out. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, we're just starting off. It looks like we've got a substantial little bridge going through a wetlands area. Nice. The trail so far is gorgeous. I mean, the scenery isn't great because it's going through some manufacturing areas, but the trail surface itself is just beautifully paved. On your left. This is a canal trail, as I told you in my last video, but you may not have seen that. And over on my right is the canal. It's really just a swampy area along the trail, but it was once carrying cargo and people and canal boats. Kind of neat. Much of the paved part of the trail is bordered by a crushed pea gravel area for those people who are runners and don't want to subject their knees to the stresses of running on pavement. Yeah, that was a sniff. My nose is running. It's cold. We're just going to have to put up with some sniffling. And here's the station for Milldale, a portion of Southington. Merry Christmas, y'all. They even have lights on the trail. Very nice. Hey, how are you? Hey, I just stopped here at a trail. Had an apple, had an orange. Coming up to the end of the trail, or the break in the trail, where you have to then get on some sketchy roads. And I'm going to try to document that as much as I can. I'm going to get on those sketchy roads and ride around a bit. And then we'll head back. The ride back's going to be super. The wind that was in my face all the way up is at my back, and I climbed a very gradual grade, but a grade nevertheless. I've climbed ever since I left Cheshire, so I'm going to be going in the downhill direction with the wind at my back. That is a cyclist grade. So, see you later when we get out on the public roads and try to wind our way through Southington up to Plainville. Cheers. And this looks like the end of the road. So I just want to see if they have any directions up here on how to get to the trail where it picks up in Plainville. And it looks like they just have a stop sign and a trails end here sign. So I'm gonna work my way around. So it goes up to the Southington Police Department and terminates. And here we have the busy Route 10 with hardly even a shoulder. My Garmin indicates I've got 5 miles until I make another turn, so that should be up near where the trail begins again. And I will tell you, this road is very, very dangerous. And it's a place where if you're going to ride, there are parts where you want to just get out into the lane, because people just don't give you anywhere near 3 feet. This right in here is, I mean, it's not bad. It's a 3 or 4 foot shoulder, but it's got debris in it, glass. Then you've got cars going into parking lots and coming out. It's just a major commercial area. So here's an example right here. There's drainage grates, there's debris, and then all of a sudden the shoulder just gives out, and so you don't have any choice but to ride in the travel lane. Yeah, a guy just yelled at me to get off the road. I don't know. This is not safely rideable by a cyclist, especially someone who's bike touring with large packs. Very, very dicey. Most people are giving way, but I'm telling you, leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, we're now in Plainville. We got about 3 miles more to go on this road before we turn off to the left. And I just wanted to point out that this shoulder is about as wide as any shoulder I've ever seen. It's smooth. It's not filled with debris. So riding up in the Plainville area, the minute I crossed the line, it changed. So riding up here seems to be doable. Check in after we turn. So look at this. It's a bike lane. We're going over what I think is the Farmington River. And so I expect that I'll see the trailhead pick up here somewhere. Farmington Heritage Canal, Plainville. Well, here's the parking lot. And here's the trail. So this is where it picks back up. This is good. And now I'm going to do a loop around back to the trail, going some way other than the very busy Route 10. So far going south on this trail, and had to loop around the gap in Southington. This is a good start right here. You've got I guess you call it a sidewalk, but it looks to me like a multi-purpose trail. Plus you've got, sitting next to it, a bike lane. So this is all of a sudden, this is a much better idea than going down through the center of Southington. But we have a hill, and who knows how many more hills we have, so back at you later. Okay, the loop I put together didn't loop enough. Brought me right back out on the Route 10. So I've got to go back and study the map and see if I can't find a better way. So I've got 2.5 miles on Route 10 before I get to the turn to the trailhead. Later. As you can see, there's no place for me to ride. Okay, let's go. Let's get off of this road. This road sucks. So we're passing the Southington police facility, as they call it. And guess what we have here? Looks to me like the Farmington Trail. Whee! All right. Now, no more traffic, no more danger. All downhill, wind coming from the back of me, so life is going to be good. A couple of things. I'm almost to Cheshire, and I'm almost out of batteries, so rather than stopping and changing the battery, I will just give you my impressions of the Farmington River Canal Trail. Based on my last video on the trail from New Haven up to Cheshire is really good. A couple of dicey areas, but nothing to really fret about. From Cheshire up to the Southington line, it's a nice trail. It's a beautifully maintained trail. The surface is good, and it's passes through suburban areas, neighborhoods, and it's nothing to stop and take pictures of, for sure, but it's fairly pleasant. Once in the Southington, it's a mixed bag. I mean, I saw people setting up lights on the trail for Christmas. So people obviously care, and they're doing hay rides on the trail so people can see the lights. That's nice. There's murals all along the Southington stretch of the trail on the backs of old factories and old buildings, just to dress them up. But once you get to the end of the trail in Southington, at the police department, it's sheer hell from that point on. If you don't have a police escort, you're out of luck. Do short rides on the trail for local folks. For long distance cyclists who are going from New Haven to mid-state Massachusetts, I would say be very careful in Southington. Plan your route out on roads that don't include Route 10, even if you have to make a large loop. It's downright dangerous, very dangerous. All right, this is Dave coming to the end of my bike ride. And I would like to once again thank you for coming along and doing that little test run up through Southington. That was a real sporting event. Hey, so I pulled off to the side of the trail. I'm basically done. I said some negative things about the gap in Southington and Plainville, and that gap is what it is, and it's not going to be fixed for 5 years at best, maybe 10. I saw where the trail had to go, and I mean, the track has to be pulled up, it has to be graded, bridges have to be built. It's just there's probably not the money for it. So that is the only negative thing I can say about this trail, all the way from New Haven up to up to the Connecticut-Massachusetts border. And beyond that, the trail is beautiful. Believe me, it's nice. And so ride this trail if you're in the local area. Don't be afraid to do that. Park in Cheshire, ride down to New Haven, toddle on over and get some New Haven pizza, because there's nothing better than New Haven pizza. Park in Cheshire and ride up to Southington, and there are a couple of pizza places and bars right off the trail before the trail runs out, and go in there and enjoy the food. And yeah, it's always about food with me. So I probably won't get out on another ride between, God, I still have my rearview mirror on. Jeez. Between now and the next warm day. It's Christmas coming up, so have yourself a nice holiday season in 2022, and welcome in 2023 safely. And we will see you on the next ride. Have a great day. This is Dave checking out.